Hello my dear students and welcome to Zenith Academy Online. My name is Shagufta Jaipuri. You must have guessed that we are talking about letters today. And in this video lesson we will be talking about formal letters. So we will be talking about formal letters for ICSE curriculum. So first let's look at the format. Here we have to follow this format: address, date, receiver's address, salutation, content, that is body, and subscription. I'll talk about each of them in detail. So first let's have a look at the marks distribution. Now this question carries 10 marks in ICSE examination. The format carries 3 marks. So if you have written the letter in a perfect format, you already get 3 marks. Then content gives you 2 marks and the expression gives you 5 marks. So let's talk about each of them. So how the 3 marks are distributed? So if you write the sender's address perfectly, I'll show you how to write the sender's address. So if you write the perfect sender's address, you get half mark. If you write the date perfectly according to the format that I'll show you, you get half marks. For writing the perfect receiver's address, you get half marks. For writing salutation, you get half marks. And subscription, that is the end part, you get 1 mark for it because there are 2 lines in it. I'll tell you how to get this 1 mark perfectly. So first we'll talk about address. Now I have given here address in 2 formats. So in the first format you can see that I have written a pin code. In the next format there is no pin code. So both are allowed in ICSE. So see the first line, okay. There is a comma in the first line, at the end of the first line, comma at the end of the second line, but no comma or full stop in the end. Here also you can see the same thing. Now we have to keep in mind these points, that you have to finish it in 3 lines or maximum 4 lines. So just try to finish it in 3 lines. No short forms. You should not write any short form like BLDG for building or APT for apartments. So you have to write full address, okay. So for sector you will have to write full sector. So full spellings has to be there, okay. The address has to be short and simple. Proper nouns should be written in capitals. So this is a proper noun, Naupada. So N has to be capital, Thane, T has to be capital. The names of the tower, the name of the building has to be in capital. So proper nouns should be in capitals and there should be no spelling errors. So I would recommend, if you can learn particular address and write it as it is there to avoid any spelling mistakes. Now next important thing is date, how to write the date. So see here you have to follow this format, 22nd April 2020. So 22, then in the superscript you have to write ND. If it is 23rd you will write RD and so on. If it is first you will write ST. Okay. Then after the date you have to write the month. First letter should be in capital, put a comma and then write the year. This point you have to remember very well, that you have to write the actual date of the examination. Okay. So on whatever date your examination is there, you are writing the exam, the same date you have to write there. Okay. You should not change the date. Now there should be no spelling error in the names of the months. So you should know the month spelling very well. Now this format is completely wrong. You should never write date like this, otherwise you will unnecessarily lose half mark. And the month should begin in capital. So here April, you can see I have written capital A. So the months should be written in capital. If you just follow this format you get half marks. Next, coming on to receiver's address. Now this also should be a 3 lines. You should always start with the designation of the person you are writing the formal letter to. So here you are writing to the municipal commissioner. So you will write the municipal commissioner, okay, and it has to be in capitals. The office of the person in the second line. So the municipal commissioner, and then you write the name of the office, Thane Municipal Office, okay. Then you write the address, Naupada, Thane, and pin code. You are told to write the pin codes by school, you do write the pin codes. If you are advised not to write, then don't write. Both the addresses are accepted by ICSE board. So try to cover it in 3 to 4 lines. First line should mention the designation. Second line should mention the office of the person. and the third line should mention the address or city. Now salutation, you have to keep these things in mind. You can write dear sir, dear ma'am, or only sir or madam, but don't write respected sir or respected madam. Okay, so dear, D has to be in capital. Next point, S in the word sir and madam, okay, has to be in capital. Then the word dear can be dropped. You can drop the word dear and can just write sir or madam, and you should never write respected sir or respected ma'am. Let's talk about subscription now. So in the end you write yours truly or yours faithfully, put a comma and then write your name and surname. Since this is a formal letter, your surname is a must. Okay. So when you write yours truly, Y has to be capital and truly has to be small. Here also Y has to be capital and faithfully F is small. Then there should not be any apostrophe S in yours. Okay, you should simply write yours like this. So let's revise. Y has to be in capital here, and here you can see no apostrophe S in the word yours. The T and F of the word truly and faithfully has to be in small letters. Put a comma after the word truly or faithfully, so there has to be a comma here. Okay, then end with your name and surname. For example, Sunita Kapoor. Okay, here also no need to write full stop, and even if you make a full stop, it's not wrong. So here you get half mark for this and half mark for this, so 1 mark for your subscription. Now let's talk about the body or content. Now the content should be divided into paragraphs. You should not write the letter in one single paragraph, so it has to be divided into paragraphs and delve straight into the topic. Okay, do not beat around the bush. The person you are writing the letter to is very busy, and since you are writing a formal letter, you have to write to the point. Okay? The cause, effect and solution of the problem need to be mentioned. So when you are writing the body, you should keep in mind that these 3 things should be there. What 3 things? Cause, effect and solution. Okay? So if you are writing a letter of complaint, you should say that what is the cause, what is the effect on you or the surrounding people, and you should also suggest solutions to the problem. So these 3 things has to be there in your letter. Okay. Now it has to be to the point. I told you the ending has to be a cordial one. You are not there to fight with that person, and take care of the language. Okay, you should not write any slangs. Okay, your writing has to be simple with good choice of words. So practice a lot of letters before you actually attempt it in the exam. Your tone has to be polite. Okay, keep in mind to whom you are writing. He is a big person. Your tone has to be very, very polite. So these things you should keep in mind while writing the body or content of the letter. Now students, if you are writing the letter to the editor, these points you have to keep in mind. The content should be divided into paragraphs. Already I told you, paragraph 1. In paragraph 1, you should introduce yourself and why you are writing this letter. Okay, so that should be in your paragraph 1. The paragraph 2 should contain details of the issue or the problem. Okay, along with facts. You have to write the suitable facts and examples. Okay, so paragraph 1 is your introduction and why you are writing the letter. 2, details of the issue or the problem and the suitable facts and examples. Paragraph 3 should contain suggestions. So you should give some suggestions as to what action you want them to take. Okay. Then paragraph 4 should contain conclusions. So you should conclude and then request the editor. Because editor himself is not going to go and solve this problem. What he will do? He will publish this letter in his or her newspaper. So you should conclude and request the editor to publish the letter in his or her newspaper. So if you want the ready-made endings and the starting of letter to editor, you can search on our channel, and I'll also give it in the I button and the description below. Proper lines with very good vocabulary that you should learn for writing the letter to the editor. So go and have a look there. Now The next letter is about inquiry. Okay, so if you are told to write a formal letter about inquiry, you should keep these points in mind. First paragraph should include what things? Let's see. This should tell the reader what you want. For example, you should write, please send me whatever things you want, for the things that the organization offers to send. So please send me so and so, or I would be grateful if you could tell me about for things that are normally offered, the things that that organization is offering. Or you can write, I am writing to inquire whether, to say if something is possible, whether you can do this, whether you can send me this. Okay. Or I would especially like to know, if you want more details. Okay. So for a more detailed inquiry, you can add this phrase, I would especially like to know. Then could you also, if you want additional inquiry of the request, of the same, in the same request, if you are additionally asking more questions, then you should write this phrase, could you also. So these are the few phrases that you should remember. Okay. So just read them very carefully. Now continuing with the inquiry, for the second paragraph, okay, now this paragraph tells the reader why you are contacting his or her organization, and you should give further details of the inquiry. Okay, so give more details about your inquiry in the second paragraph. Then the final paragraph for inquiry letter. Now this paragraph should contain a polite expression or an expression of thanks to the reader. Okay. So the degree of politeness and therefore the length depends on how unusual or difficult your request is. So if your request is very unusual or very difficult, then you have to increase the degree of your politeness. Okay. So what is the possible language that you can include? Thanks. For a very informal and normal inquiry or request, if you are requesting a very normal inquiry, then you should write, I look forward to hearing from you. So this was all about inquiry. So these are the two types of formal letters, letter to the editor or an inquiry letter. So here I have taken up a question which is there on the ICSE website. So we'll just give it a read so that you are clear with the format and the language to be used, so that you can score good marks. See, the question is, write a letter to the police commissioner of your city, drawing his or her attention to the menace of hawkers outside your school. Tell him or her what dangers they pose and offer solutions for their rehabilitation. So this is the answer sample 1, which is there also on the ICSE website. So here can you see the address? It is of 4 lines. So you have to write it in 3 or 4 lines. So flat 236 block C. There are no short forms. Okay. Put a comma. Hillcrest View Apartments. So there you can see that apartments is written in full, no shortcuts. Comma. Salim Street, Kunnur 26. Okay. So you should see that all the proper nouns are in capital letters. Then either you put a full stop here or you don't put a full stop here, that's okay. Okay. Then leave a line and write the date in the prescribed format, 23rd February 2018. Put a comma after the month. Okay. Then receiver's address. Okay. So first is the designation, the police commissioner, then the office of that person, that is the police commissioner's office. 6 Cavalry Road. You can see that capital letters are used for proper nouns. Kunnur 3. You can add this line Kunnur 3 here also. Then leave a line, write the salutation, dear sir. Note that D and S both are in capital. Put a comma. Again leave a line. Then start your first paragraph. So this is your first paragraph in which you are supposed to introduce yourself and tell the problem. So I write to draw your attention to the menace of hawkers outside St. Paul's School in Nehru Nagar of our town. So here why you are writing you have mentioned, okay, and you have to mention the name of the school and the area of the school. I am, then you have to introduce yourself. I am the secretary, Swachh Bharat Club, St. Paul's School. So you should remember here that both these things should relate. Okay, that why you are writing. Okay, because you are the secretary of the Swachh Bharat Club of your school. Okay, and this menace is created outside your school. So please remember that you should mention the same school here or the same place. Then second paragraph, wherein you show the actual problem in detail. So the hawkers sell open food and cheap toys. Now when you are changing the paragraphs, it is okay to just leave here and start with the next line, or you can indent it. You can leave some space and then write. So both are accepted. Prefer writing it like this. The hawkers sell open food and cheap toys. A number of our school students cluster around them and the lane in front of our school is blocked, dirty and congested. So this is your problem. Now next, third paragraph was giving suggestions. So I would request you to look into this problem and have the hawkers move into the field behind our school. So you are suggesting. This would ensure that they are not deprived of their livelihood and the area in the front of our school is kept clean and congestion free. Now, then the hawkers must also be warned about the importance. Now since you are giving more suggestions, you can change the paragraph, or in the same paragraph you can include this. The hawkers must also be warned about the importance of necessary hygiene and the sale of clean food. This will ensure that students do not fall sick after eating food sold by the hawkers. Now last is the conclusion paragraph. So you have to remember to be polite. I trust that you will consider my suggestion and take the necessary steps as outlined in my letter to you to deal with the menace of hawkers outside the school. Then you will have to write thanking you, put a comma, then the subscription, that is yours faithfully, or you can write yours truly, put a comma and then write your name along with the surname. So I hope with this example you have understood how to write formal letter very well. So this is the assignment. Write a letter to the principal of a school you wish to join in another city asking about the sports scholarship available there. Give a brief account of your achievements in sports and games. So students, write this assignment, write the letter and post it in the comment box below. Also there is one more question. Write a letter to the editor of a local newspaper. So it is for editor, advocating the establishment of a free library in your town. So I have given you two questions. One was letter of inquiry, second is letter to the editor. Now let's have a look at the difference between formal and informal letter. Now in a formal letter, it is written in formal language in stipulated format for official purpose. So this is for official purpose. Okay. Whereas informal letter is written in friendly manner to someone you are familiar with. Okay. So someone you are familiar with. Now what is the objective of writing a formal letter? It is a professional communication and it is written to institutions, companies, organizations, etc. Okay. Whereas this is a personal communication and it is written to friends, families and relatives. Should always remember the voice of a formal letter should be passive. So it should be written in passive voice, whereas informal letter should be written in active voice. Please do not forget to watch our next video, which is on informal letters. And if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, do it right away and tap on the bell icon to receive all the notifications. If you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to post your assignments in the comment section below. We'll be happy to check that and help you out. And please share these videos with all of your friends and keep the learning on. Thank you.